How's it going? This is Tim from St. Agnes. I am looking at blue sky. How good is that? It's been a long couple of weekends of horizontal rain and grey skies. So in very British style, I'll start the whole report with talking about the weather. That's what we do, isn't it? Okay, so looking forward to you coming into the chat rooms. Remember what we love on Monday Mindset. We love comments about where you're from to start with. We've got a few questions for you today. So wherever you are in the world, please log in and just say hello. And that doesn't matter if you're live or if you're watching as recorded. We'd love to know the locations. Okay, 4 continents at once is our very best. So please come and say hello to us. So I hope you're all well. Hope you had a good weekend. I've got some news tonight about lockdown, which is something to be positive, okay? Really looking forward to seeing if we can get outside and see some people. Scott Rawlins, tennis, thank you very much. Looking sharp, mate. I learned from the best there, mate. Learn from the best. Good to hear from you, my man. How are things with you? Scotty is someone from Australia, so always good to have international guests with us, mate. So good to hear from you. Hope the family are well, buddy. So, and you're taking care of yourself. Well done on the Australian Open, all you guys. You got it done, didn't you? So that was something to remain positive about, because there were some serious challenges of running the Australian Open tennis tournament this year, for sure. So well done to Scotty and his team. So great effort. Okay, who we got here? We got Dylan Bagg from the north coast of Cornwall. How's it going, Dylan? I know that you make the most of any conditions here in Cornwall, and it doesn't matter if it's horizontal rain and grey skies. You're out there giving it large on 7'2" mini mal in the surf. So, mate, good to have you on board this morning. So, this morning's topic is the power of positivity, and I chose that word on purpose, the power, because it actually is a real weapon to have in your artillery, being nice and positive. And people just think, it's a little bit fluffy. Okay, just being, it means that I have to be happy all the time. And that's not really necessarily true. That's not what we're talking about. It's actually using positivity as a tool to achieve great things. And as we go on today, we'll explain that actually, if you have the ability to stop, think, be positive about a situation, that greater things will happen to you, for sure. Okay, if you dwell on negative things, that has an impact on your actions. As opposed to choosing to be positive about things, your life will be different for both you and for others around you. So I'm going to go back to some comments. What I'm doing here is first time ever here on Monday Mindset is that I'm actually going to present a screen. Okay. Every week we have new technology, hey? So here we are, the balancing act. And I'll talk to you, there's an actual philosophy regarding our negative thoughts and our positive thoughts. And we actually naturally harbor a ratio of 3-to-1 negative to positive. Okay, so we're actually starting behind the 8 ball, as they say. Our negative thoughts have more power than our positive ones. So think about that. Think about any situation that you've had in life where things have gone wrong and you get that feeling in your stomach. Okay, maybe you've split up with someone, maybe your business has gone bust. Okay, something bad has happened at work, you've got a meeting about your boss, you feel it physically and you dwell on it. And you can dwell on it for days, weeks, even months. Okay, as opposed to that other opposite, feeling really happy. You don't really get those happy feelings about something that lasts for prolonged amounts of time. Okay, so that negativity, actually, we have to really work on it, okay, to actually overcome it somewhat. So just going to talk to you briefly about the balancing act here. If you look at that screen, you've got stress, pressure, problems, adversity. These are facts of life. These will always happen, okay? And people who are really successful know that, and they overcome it, okay, rather than just dwell on it. Oh yeah, poor me, poor me, poor me. So have a think. Stress, pressure, problems, they are always going to happen. And how do we overcome that? We overcome that with positivity, okay, with teamwork, with a good mindset, okay, with willpower. But if you notice those things there are more choices. Okay, and they are not certainties in life. You're not certain to be part of a good team. You're not certain to have a positive mindset. You're not certain to have good willpower. That is something you have to train your mind to. So again, you're kind of fighting this act of, you've got negative thoughts, negative situations. You have to get on the front foot and be proactive. So just to give you an example here, first one, here's your setback. Okay, you've got your negative thoughts outweighing the positive. Okay, we all know that situation. Now, just to balance it up, 3 to 1, 3 more positive thoughts to every 1 negative. And that's when you're on an even playing field here. All right, now the next step, that's great. If you can get to there, that's really, really positive. So well done. The next step is to go, right, how do you go 1 step further? That's when you flood the mind with positive thoughts, and the impact of that can be profound. Okay, because then you're getting into the world of resilience and grit. Okay, and you're deciding what to do with your future. You're not letting negative thoughts control you. You're letting positivity take your actions. Okay, so that is the balancing act. That's our action coach content there. So that's great. I'm going back to my one screener. Okay, we've got a few comments coming through. Stefan. Hello, Stefan from Australia. Good to have you, buddy. Welcome. Always good to see you. Hope you're doing well in your career down under. That's great. Okay, there you go. There's Stefan. Good stuff, Tim. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate that. Okay, and we've got Manchester. We've got Joe Gardner, morning coach, feeling positive up north. Great up north. Spent 4 or 5 years of my life up there. Fantastic times. Okay, who have we got here? Wow, we've got Mr. Pierre Hall, an acoustic guitar troubadour, as he's well known as. But great to have you, Pierre. Okay, loving the new tech. Thanks very much. We're always trying to do new things. All right, so here is today's challenge for you. Now, we've just talked about that you need 3 positives for 1 negative. 3 to 1. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Okay, so your challenge now as a team, if you're watching this live or recorded, okay, list 3 things that you are positive about in your life right now. Okay, might just be that you're looking forward to your toast after this. Okay, start simple. All right, but there's a lot of negative stuff going on at the moment. A lot of things that we can't control. What can we be positive about? Okay, so that is your challenge right now. If you're watching or live or recorded, please just put in 3 things that you are positive about. Okay, and I'm going to get back to my last points about positivity. 1 second. Okay, while I'm doing that, you'll see at the bottom, rethink, reinvent, reopen the webinar. Okay, that's the name of the webinar, Rethink, Reinvent and Reopen. All right, so a lot of businesses at the moment still on that cusp of still being locked down. What are they going to do? Okay, it's about reinventing yourself when you do open to customers. All right, and I'm doing that for the Cornwall Chamber of Commerce. That's tomorrow. I'll put a link tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll put a link in the chat box for you. I'd love to see as many of you there as possible. Okay, I'm not letting you off this, guys. 3 positive thoughts in the chat box. All right, get stuck in, please. All right, back to here. So these are the 3 reasons I'm going to give you to be positive. All right, one of them here, put it on the screen. Grow your horizons. Think differently. Do you ever meet people and just think, oh my God, they've always had great opportunities, great things always come their way? We know people like that. You're like, oh, they're just really lucky. They're really lucky. Not necessarily. Actually, probably not at all. Okay, it's about being positive allows you to see the good in situations. If you only see the negative, okay, you're limiting yourself. When you see the positive, that's when new adventures happen, new opportunities in business. The amount of businesses who have seen the pandemic as an opportunity to get online and to resell and to rebrand and all these things, it's because they've chosen to be positive about it. So it really does grow your horizons. It's not just about being happy. It can be transformative, this stuff. Okay, it's really, really quite powerful. So that's one reason to be positive. Second one is lift others up. It's a challenging time at the moment. But even if it wasn't the pandemic, okay, it's a great skill. It's a great leadership quality to be able to lift other people up. Okay, we all know moaners. And in the end, when you get older, you want to spend less time with people who moan, all right? You want to spend more time with people who are positive, okay? Be like that, lift others up. You don't have to change your personality. You don't have to turn into Mr. Motivator. It's fine, okay? Leave that to other people, all right? But being positive definitely lift others up. And the last one here, third reason about positivity, is grit. And we looked at it in the scales, balancing the scales, resilience and grit. High performance behavior is about turning up day in, day out, being consistent, okay, and being positive. And it's actually training your brain to be grit and to be resilient, okay, and to have grit. And it doesn't come easy for a lot of people, okay? It's not natural. As we said, you're loaded on the negative side, 3 to 1. So you have to work on it. You have to practice it. You have to train it, okay? And then great things can happen as a result, okay? So that's enough for like the kind of content, okay? We've got some. Here we go. Always surfing with Deal and Bag. It's amazing. That's what sets us apart with Action Coach. I don't think there's any action coaches, others who surf. So it's good that Cornwall's got its own flavour to it. Fixed my zip on my winter wetsuit, got the afternoon off, and the swell is fine. Sun's out. I mean, that's 4 things. All right, the life of a surfer. How good's that? Will Thorley, thanks very much for tuning in. Great to have you here, spending time with the family, watching the Aussie Open. I mean, talk about positivity and grit. You know about Djokovic. What's that? Is that 9 titles? 8, 9? I lose count. Knowing work will be open soon. Hopefully it is, buddy. We're really crossing all the fingers that people can get back to work as soon as possible. So thank you very much for your comments, Will. I appreciate that, and Dylan as well. So I am going to jump off the call now. Thank you very much for tuning in. Fill the chat box with positivity, and we'll just go over those for the reasons. Grow your horizons. Great things happen. See the opportunities. Lift others up. Be that person. Choose to be that person. And 3, show some grit by overcoming the imbalanced scales. 3 to 1. 3 to 1. So with that, I'm signing out. Lots of love from St. Agnes. We will see you again this time next week. It's every week. Tell your friends. And if you liked this, please share this in Facebook. Just try and get it as much exposure as possible. But everyone take care of themselves. Stay positive. And I am out. Cheers, everyone.